And then I saw her face. I'm a believer.
I'm here tonight with the super delightful and delicious Patti Ann Browne, Fox News Channel anchor. Kevin stars Denzel Washington, who plays the 1970s Harlem drug lord Frank Lucas, a creep later convicted of selling heroin. But it turns out this former drug lord can profit from the movie because his conviction occurred before the passage of the Son of Sam law. The New York Post reports that Lucas got $300 grand from Universal Pictures and another $500 grand from the studio and Washington to buy a new house and new car. Now, Patti Ann, this actually looks like a great movie, one you would enjoy. But could you enjoy it knowing that some of the money is going to a creep?
Well, absolutely, because the fact is they say that they show his softer side, and I think it's important that they don't let all those debts that he's responsible for get in the way. I mean, Hitler liked dogs.
That's true.
These are the things we don't get to hear, so I love a movie that shows the softer side of these criminals.
You know, I always thought about that the whole side of Hitler that was missing was the fact that he was a vegetarian. And it would be such a nice movie just to know that he didn't eat
chubby
animals.
chasers, so is he saying that Hollywood is a good moral thing? Because that sounded like a
Your
compliment.
girlfriend's mad right now.
We are living longer and healthier, so technically this guy's in middle age. And it's kind of nice for all of us to
if
think...
we all live till 140.
Yeah, but isn't it kind of nice to think that, like, you have something to look forward to? You know, like, you know, in 20, 30 years, I could be robbing banks.
See, this is what bothers you about this
What do you
story,
mean,
the fact that a
20 years?
69-year-old man is being called old. That's your problem with this, right?
Shouldn't he be preparing for his immortal soul, though?
No, all they have to do is stake out the local Denny's during the early bird special.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
find him. I mean, come on.
All right, let's move on. Smoking, well, pot as a sign of solidarity against terror.
No, and that's a really, really important point. The problem is, we need to lower, don't we, the tax thresholds on tobacco, and that would be about 50 billion, according to the fiscal economic structure that they're quoting. If you do that and you legalise marijuana, which is a soft drug, you regulate it, you can raise another 100 billion in taxes. You'd probably save about 20 billion on law enforcement. That's 120 billion. Less the 50 to lower the cost of cigarettes, which would then put the bootleggers out of business. Bear with me a second. That would then stop the sponsoring and help the global war on terror. Everyone would be stoned. That would lower crime. Saves also about 70 billion net. So, yeah, that'd work. Let's do it.
Someone wants a gig at Fox Business.
Hang on, does he know where...
Well, do you think that'll work, Patti Ann?
You weren't listening. Were you?
He lost me at something about, like,
Come on, Patty,
economic...
back me up, please.
It sounds good. It sounds
And
good.
you'd never make it as a researcher. You're way too logical.
Oh, no.
And nobody pointed out that maybe it's the job of the parents to teach their kids how to distinguish between fantasy and reality.
I think Greg
I
knows.
think I did guess. Patti Ann Browne, Fox News Channel anchor. If beauty were gym socks, she'd be under my bed growing mold. Kevin, Lism 101. A New York college is offering a course titled Graffiti, the Art of Hip Hop, taught by a tagging legend who's been arrested 17 times. PAB, isn't graffiti just vandalism that's been glorified by idiots?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Greg, because I looked up the definition of graffiti, and the definition is unauthorized writing on a public surface, defacing public property. So by definition, graffiti is illegal. So he's talking about, oh, we're only going to show them commissioned murals. Murals. A commissioned mural it's not graffiti.
Yeah. No, you know what gets me?
Excellent point.
Yeah, but you know what gets me?
In the 21st century, we
Yes,
want
that's
a
me.
ripped Santa, possibly with great abs, or maybe only wearing a Santa hat, possibly African-American. And I think this is the bold new road we need to go down. The Bear Santa's tired, Greg.
Honestly, I don't think we've thought this thing through, because if you thought about the implications of a thin Santa, the next thing you know, he's leaving Mrs. Claus for a trophy wife.
Exactly.
Viagra
It's all over.
involved.
He's supposed. There is a direct link between obesity and jolliness. And when you reduce the jolliness, the obesity, you get axe murderers in red outfits. Move on. Patti Ann, she'll say something like this about how great it is to be a stay-at-home mom, but she will never, ever play that role in a movie because it's boring. It's not heroic. I mean, are there any roles that have ever been based on a stay-at-home mom that have been like that? I mean,
I don't think so. You see some of the stay-at-home dads, and that's all funny and different. But no, it's boring when the moms do it. But I mean, honestly, she talks about how this is her dream to live off the land and just be a stay-at-home. What exactly is keeping her from doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she could do it right now. Why is she just
$20
doing
a
it?
picture. That's quite a motivator for me to get out of the house.
She's got the money.
Yeah.
She could go live with the Amish.
That's right. The Green is Universal Week. Patti Ann, how much greenhouse gases did today burn by sending these idiots all over the earth?
Oh, I know. Well, they practically admit it, that it cost all this money to send them everywhere. And the whole thing is just crazy. I mean, I'll start taking the Today Show seriously on climate change when Al Roker can get a 5-day forecast right.
Well done.
Now, how's it?
Patti Ann, I was looking over your career and I saw that you went from News 12 Long Island to MSNBC. Why the demotion?
You know, I just wanted to challenge myself more, and, you know, I knew MSNBC would be a huge challenge, and it was. So, you know.
All right. Fair enough. Oh, by the way, graffiti isn't by definition automatically illegal, Patty. I'm sorry, Patty Ann.
Okay, well, it's defacing public property
No,
and
archaeologists,
unauthorized.
use it to mean simply ancient drawings or writings scratched on a wall or other surface.
Oh, you must
Now
have a better
redo that
dictionary
whole
than mine.
segment.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll go back and redo it, probably.
Special thanks to Patti Ann Browne, PAB, and Daphne Brogdon.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. And not a trace of doubt in my mind.